I've gotten multiple comments on social media this week about bombing remote and non-bedside nurse interviews because of one specific question. Well, let's talk about it and how to prepare so it's no big deal. If you're already at the interview stage, something about you and your resume caught multiple people's attention. So if you're in an interview and you don't have direct experience in the role that you are in, and they ask you, tell me about your experience with prior authorization, utilization review and management, case management, and you don't have direct experience in that, do not say, I don't have experience in that. And yeah, let's just acknowledge, maybe you got there by mistake. Maybe the recruiter didn't really read your resume or understand the requirements that the hiring team wanted. Maybe the hiring team didn't look at your resume before interviewing you. These are all things that could happen. But even at this point, you are in front of the hiring team. In your interview prep, you should create notes and look at the job posting and description and make parallels between what you do now and what this job is so that you can explain this. So some ways that you might do this is saying, while I don't have direct experience as a prior authorization or utilization review nurse, during my time as, these are things that I did that were similar. You use standardized criteria to assess whether a patient was appropriate for the floor. You helped coordinate based on admission criteria, different things that needed to happen, things like that. In UR and UM, you use standardized criteria, usually called interqual or MCG, to do approvals. Talk about your experience using standardized criteria. In nursing, we use standardized criteria in a million different things. You can talk about education you've done. So if you've completed CEs, at NurseFern, we have CEs so that you can get a base level of knowledge and you can talk about this in your interview. The most important thing is to remember that when somebody asks you to tell you about your experience with, they're not saying or trying to call you out and be like, we know you're a liar, you don't have experience in this. They're curious. They really want to know about you and what your skills are. And the important thing for you is to show up and be able to present how your skills that you currently have translate to what they need. You've already done it in your resume. You've already done it when you've assessed what type of roles you want to apply to. So just make sure to take the extra step and make sure that you can talk about it too. And you can do this through mock interviews, making notes. You can record yourself answering questions. I make TikTok videos and go back and watch them and see how you liked it. But just make sure to prepare and practice. And this will help a ton going into this so you don't leave going, shoot, I bombed that interview.